said, I always say this, like, comparison is the killer of all joy. Just don't compare your life
as soon as you do, you're just like,
you're just like, oh, I'm missing out. I wish I had this. I'm missing out on these diamonds and this watch and this necklace. No, you're not. You're not missing out on nothing. You know, it's life is at your own pace at the end of the day. Right. You don't have to compare yourself to other people. Other people have their life. Everybody's like experience is different. Everybody flows with life differently. Only worry about your flow of life and what you got going on, and keep doing that until you become the best version of that, the best version of you. Just being you, the best you. That's it.
The reason I brought that up was because I was again the not judging people.
Yeah.
When I was going through whatever I was going through, I tried to, like, I guess you could say if this person doesn't want me, then it means that nobody wants me. If this person breaks up with me, then there's something wrong. I'm broken in a way or something like that. And after that moment, I kind of told myself, I'm gonna, if I allow, somebody telling me what I'm worth to change my perspective, then I'm always gonna be looking for someone's approval. I'm always gonna be like, okay, well, what can I do now that's better for this person? Not only girlfriends, but platonic friendship in general.
People pleaser.
And that's why, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like that at a certain degree, but that's why it kind of brings it back to the Christianity thing. Me saying, you know what, everything happens for a reason. I'm gonna learn from this and sit in this heartbreak and say, you know what did Micah do wrong? What did Micah do right? Take the good parts, take the bad parts, and leave it for what it is. Because me trying to drink my sorrows away, or like you said, hide it, it's gonna come out eventually. Yeah. It's never gonna stay very deep inside. So I like how you said sitting in, especially that heartbreak shit. I'm not gonna lie. If you try to, what do they call it? When you move on too quick, when you get with a rebound. If you try to rebound off a relationship, it's never going to work.
It's never going to work. You're not really focused on healing yourself. Yeah. You're not focused on, like you said, what you did wrong and what you did right. You're literally just like, man, I'm gonna just go find somebody else.
Mask it.
Mask all the pain, and I'm gonna just get this quick dopamine.
Yep.
And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go to the next one, the next one, and then you're just in this endless cycle.
Yep.
And you're not really sitting and taking the time to figure out what's really wrong and what's really right. So
I think you gotta. You were asking me this the other day too. Like it's hard to do it because there's really steps to heartbreak. There's literally steps. You can't just like be like, you know what, I'm just gonna heal myself. No, you gotta take time to be like, what can I do today, right now, this hour, this moment, to kind of look back and see what I did wrong in the relationship or what she did wrong, or kind of dissect it. People just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna heal myself in a month or two. No, you just gotta sit and allow whatever happens to happen.
You can't love somebody else until you love your own self first.
I live by that quote every day now.
Yeah.
Every day.
You gotta love yourself.
And like what you said about the time, like time heals everything.
Not really does.
Time heals all.
Time is the most important thing.
Yeah, you can't give yourself a time limit.
Yeah,
you can't get your time back.
Yeah, you can't.
So I think that's why we don't give ourselves a time limit. That we think in our brains, if I sit here and we kind of talked about masculinity, toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
We talked about this. That's the problem with just men in general.
Okay.
We feel like we're gonna waste time sitting here thinking about this shorty, thinking about this B word or whatever. In reality, it's like, yes, you may take a day or two or whatever to do whatever you need to do to heal, but at the end of the day, in the long run of things, you taking 2 or 3 days as opposed to you messing up the rest of your life with every relationship you're gonna be in, because that's what's gonna happen if you don't sit there and go through that.
Of course.
It's worth 3 months at a time, 6 months, a year, whatever amount of time it takes for you to fully heal.
Yeah.
So about the toxic masculinity, all right, I believe, like, it's weird this has happened to me before. I've had a random thought of toxic masculinity in my head before.
It's not just you.
Okay.
It's not just you. It's not just you.
Do you think it's all men are predisposed to have those in their mind?
No and yes.
I mean, yes and
yeah. I think you go first.
I mean, I don't know, because a lot of men go through different stuff in different ways, and a lot of men deal with it in different ways. A lot of men, like, oh, I don't have to show my pain. I don't need nobody. I don't need to be vulnerable to be
nobody.
Right. I don't need to tell nobody my problems. I can just go through it and just not
care,
not be phased,
not be phased.
Like, no,
that's not good at all.
That's not good at all.
No.
You're just hiding and not being vulnerable, and then that'll take a toll on you, and then you'll fall into these depression states, and you'll keep falling and falling.
You really will. To piggyback off of what Jace's saying, when I think about predisposed in my brain, it's like nothing can stop whatever's in motion. Like when you're raised as a man, if your parents teach you something at a very young age, that's what I'm thinking about predisposition. Like my dad being the man of the house, showing me that a man has to do this and a man has to do that. Okay. That will always be in my brain, regardless of what any person shows me. Or if I date this person and her dad's a completely different way, that's going to be in my brain regardless. Now, when the toxic part comes out is when you go out on your own and you start to realize, I don't necessarily have to follow the principles that my mom or my dad set for me because we're different people. I can be I'm not going to say a fuckboy, but I can go out there and talk to this person and talk to that person and talk to this person, and it's going to be okay. And the other thing is, people think toxic masculinity, and this is kind of out of nowhere, but gym culture kind of go in the same umbrella. And in reality, that's not. 99% of men go to the gym for themselves. We don't go to the gym to show off for a girl. And the guys that do that, you know exactly who that person is. You know.
Yeah.
You see him in the corner trying to squat 7,000 pounds. Everyone knows.
What did they say? I want to look good naked. That's it.
That is. And not only that, we were talking about the journey. The gym is a process that has no end. So it means regardless of what I do, I'm always going to up myself.
Yes,
I'm always going to one up myself. And at the end of the day, I'm never going to be fully happy. So I'm going to be hungry. So I'm going to keep bringing my ass to the gym. Now, if there's a pretty girl in there, like, okay, that's different. But, like, if I'm going into the gym with the mindset of I'm working on me today, then nothing else really matters. That toxic masculinity doesn't come into effect until it does. When you got the person over there trying to lift. Oh, wait. Like, gotta get it up.
Ego lifters. Ego. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's actually a very, very big part of toxic masculinity.
No, it really is.
Ego is so bad.
It is.
It's like the main part of jealousy. It's the main part of
envious. I get you.
Gotta check that ego at the door, though. I'm telling you.
You have to.
If you're trying to be successful in any part of your life, you gotta check the ego at the door. Because my coach told me this one time. He was like, there's gonna be somebody that tells you no. And I didn't know what that meant at the time. Until I realized, like, no matter what you go through in life, no matter how successful you are at one thing, somebody's going to say you're not good enough and you have to try. You have to be better. Not saying that you're not good enough, but you're not suitable for this position. You have to do better.
And a lot of people experience that. I know a lot of people experience that. And that humbled them. Which
humbled the fuck out of me.
Yeah, it humbled me too.
Humbled the fuck out of me.
Whenever I tried for the high school, like I told you.
Like we were talking about,
Yeah, like I had an ego. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to make it.
Yep.
And then the first time, my grades was bad. I was like, okay. I know I'm good enough, so I'm gonna keep working at it.
Right.
Then the second year, I wasn't on the freshman team, all that extra shit, and I was like, okay. So that humbled me and made me more hungry. Like I had a high ego until that happened, and I was like, I just gotta pull my head down and keep working. Like
it's a fact. The funny thing is, I got a question on it. Do you think when you got the news that it was your grades, do you wish? I'm gonna try to frame this question. This is like a 2-part question. Did you accept that it was your grades, or do you think it was something more? I'm dumb. I shouldn't.
I don't know. Maybe it was.
Because you think there's anything in the back of your mind saying, "Nah, it has to be something else."
Maybe it's probably because they probably already had a team set up, but I wanted to believe like, okay, it was my grades.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did that make the process of going through that time feel better because you're like, oh, there's a reason. It's not just me.
Yeah.
There's an underlying reason, like my grades or this happened or that happened.
Yeah, I think it definitely
did it soften the blow?
Yeah, it made me feel better that it was just my grades.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I still have a shot at it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still gonna consistently do what I do.
Right.
I still had the high ego and got humbled again. So yeah.
I've always been a natural humble person myself.
He said I've been a natural humble.
No, seriously, like ever since I was young, I've been through hell in my life, like even at like through a young age.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, it definitely does sound like it. Cause not knowing you from the outside looking in again, you stereotypical, but I'm gonna fucking say it. When you see the white guy, you just think he just has it together. You just do. That's just predisposed in my brain as a black man.
Yeah.
That is just what it is. The white man, he got a high credit score. Like, I'm just saying, this is things that were just put in my brain at a very young age.
Listen to Jack Harlow.
Like, yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, maybe not listen to Jack Harlow, but I like Jack Harlow, so I'm fine with that. But there was I heard it just dropped. Like when did it drop?
Today. Oh,
y'all see he was about to be in that movie too?
I'm gonna check out that remake.
Yes, I posted on my.
So how do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about people remaking movies?
I love that. I'm all for that one.
Hey, if it's a good remake,
yeah,
I'm not gonna say nothing. But if they fuck it up,
This is my thing. I haven't seen the first White Man Can't.
I haven't either.
So I'm like, how am I judging? Like when they do when they do the have you seen it?
Yes.
So in your brain, it's a classic, right?
Yes.
This is
it is a classic.
But this is where we differ again.